You know, when those projects grow, they start off as you're just building a fairly standard drive car to, you know, to have a commuter, have your daily driver. And then it grows. What was just a fairly standard Mazda Ute. It is a Mazda, not a Ford. It's a Mazda. And it was just going to get a 3UZ popped in. Nice and simple with the auto. And then it got a few custom bits. Are yours? The custom flares? Flares. Underneath there's a 4-link. Factory tank was modified to like a drop tank setup. Seats. Custom dashboard. There's some gauges to go in it. Oh, new inner guards. Lots of paint, lots of tidying up. And it's here today to make this bit run for the first time in this chassis. We did the wiring, sent the wiring loom back to the owner, and now it's D-Day to make some noise. You're pretty good with a welder, eh? Pretty much anything, if it's metal you want to weld it. That's your thing. Bit of recycling out of other cars, so it's got a big radiator in the front. That's Camaro?
69 Camaro, yeah.
So that was like a bolt-in option for a 69 Camaro, and then you modified it?
Yeah, it's out of my Camaro.
Righto, Jace. Does it power up? Does it actually turn on and make...
Yeah, I think so. I haven't tried. It should do, should leave it all up. Try it.
Yeah, I'll turn the key on.
Oh, hang on.
Yeah, we're just a nice simple build this time. Just a nice daily driver. That's come up good, eh?
Yeah, no.
How much fuel's in that?
The original tank, so...
How much, but how much fuel's?
60 litres in that. At the moment it's half full. I put 30 litres in it.
Oh yeah, good, good. Strengthened up. Yeah, if someone hits you in the back, they're going to do some damage, eh, to them.
Well, I want so heavy loads of it.
Extra strength in the back, right?
I had some issues with the other cert, from other chassis I built.
Yep.
So this time I thought I'd just go ridiculous, and then they can't complain.
Yep. Good.
I'm going to come down to...
Oh, what?
Down.
Oh, there's more. There's brackets. There's steel everywhere. He's put steel everywhere, Jace. Yeah, there's no room for converters in here. He's going to struggle.
Yeah.
Drive shaft hook, nice. Oh, Jace wants to come down. And that sump looks alright, eh?
Yeah, good. That's nice. I just had to remake that.
You just drop that a little bit?
Yeah.
I'm going to get out of the way because Jace really wants to come down.
Yeah, he's in there.
I'll give you 3 warnings.
Nice to get it going.
I'm putting brakes, so I'm going to check down if you got fluid in the reservoir still.
Just make up its mind. Awesome. I probably should check the transfer while we're here, eh?
Yeah.
Now we've actually got a transfer dipstick fitted. 4. Okay, it's a bit low. The guys that had the PCV valve off, hose off, and I can hear the noise here, but I thought it was up here. We had a misfire thing, didn't rev. Something to do with that air setup.
Oh, it's dirty.
It is dirty. Clean it. Proved the point though, eh? How fast was that diagnosis?
That's why I'm here.
That's why you're here.
Yeah.
I found the rev limiter. Flowmasters for the win.
That's a prick of a thing to get in there. The little O-ring fucking thing's a nightmare.
Clean it. Let's see if it works.
Oh, it's grubby. It's filthy as fuck.
Good. While I'm here, I'm just going to blank that idle up. So what you'll do eventually is the other side of this hose that runs down to that idle up valve.
Yep.
Running hose up here. I do it
into here.
into there.
Okay.
Into there on this side of the airflow meter.
Okay.
On the engine side, so the airflow meter is sensing the airflow.
Yep. Makes
Okay.
sense. Yep. No worries.
You'll be have to just do a screw in, won't you?
Yeah. Yeah. Easy.
Is this paint or is it powder coated?
No paint.
It's just paint?
Painted it, yeah.
Oh well, it looks primo, so you'll be able to weld it and paint
No, easy.
it. One cleaned airflow meter and reset fuel trims. You see those tacho works now, eh? And it's actually not too far out.
Sweet.
You want to hold that? I'll tell you what it's actually doing, eh? So that's 800. Oh, it's going to take a moment. So I just had to put that bridgey wire in.
Yep.
And then we'll see if the other one actually works. We'll see if the speedo works or needs a box.
Made up a cup to hold them. Just going to mount in front of them.
So that one, 795, 799, like 800, 804. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
bang
perfect.
on. It's perfect. Yeah.
Okay, speedo.
They were cheap too. Those gauges.
It's got 0 kilometers per hour on it.
Yeah. Brandy.
0 kilometers. It's not working. That shifts out nice. It feels like the adjustment rod might just not quite be right.
Okay.
See how it's sitting forward just a little tiny bit.
Yep.
So we'll have a look at that too, eh?
Yep.
Yeah, it works because I was just doing 200 kilometers per hour.
Sweet.
I put 0.1 of a K on it, but it goes from
It's reading the way.
yeah, so that is working. I'll just see how fast we're actually going here. So we're doing 13 kilometers per hour registered on here.
Yeah.
So that is working if you calibrate it.
Sweet.
Yeah, has it got the little one that plugs in, eh?
Yeah. Yeah. I've got a little
It's like a little button?
A little button on it.
Yep.
I'm gonna push.
Perfect. I'll unplug that because we don't want it to do 200 kilometers per hour all the time. But the speedo will work. And hopefully it doesn't affect the trans with that one, the way it's tapped in. So
Hopefully it won't. Did you say?
yeah, so it's what it is it's tapped in to the speed sensor wire on the gearbox,
Yep.
which also runs to the transmission. Also runs to the ECU.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you get interference, if the speedo causes interference on that line,
Yeah.
then it will cause issues with the way the transmission shifts
Okay. Well, we
Okay.
won't know that until we drive it.
until we drive it. It is quite loud.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to put some resonators in.
Right, are the back wheels stop turning?
Yep.
I'm just going to stick it into neutral, eh? We'll check that shifter. We'll put him in here. put it up in the air, and we'll check that shifter position.
Yep.
What else is on our list?
Can you adjust those brakes?
Oh yeah, we'll get them down and we'll adjust brakes.
That's it. It's finished.
Oh, we're going to check that transmission. But we probably... Have the cattle gone past yet?
No.
Because I don't want to scare the shit out of them. It keeps bringing up solenoid number 4 fault.
What does that mean? Something wrong down there?
Something's wrong down there.
Okay.
And that might be why such a sweetheart of an engine got taken out of Japan. It's out of a car in Japan.
It was faulty. Something was faulty.
Because instead of diagnosing what's wrong with the transmission,
Yeah, they pulled it out.
let's pull it out. I've got spare valve bodies, I've got spare transmissions, I've got spare parts for them.
Right. I have to change the solenoid?
Have we? Nah, pull a pan off, catch the fluid, pull the pan off. Okay. Everything else has gone pretty smooth so far, so
That's pretty easy.
one big one thing that's a little bit harder.
Mind you, they're easy to get at, which is good, eh?
You haven't put you haven't put exhaust underneath it or something?
Nah, you can take the pan out as it is.
There you go.
I went around it.
There you go.
For that reason, just in case you needed to open the pan.
We got to check wiring and solenoids and stuff, so it might just be a wiring, you know, a damaged wire or something in there.
Yep.
It's always possible, right, Jason? In there. Shit. I've got a feeling. Yeah. That may be a problem. That's not attached.
How's it shifting?
Well, it's probably was shifting until a few seconds ago,
Yeah, and it's fallen out.
and then we've
Oh, there it is.
and then it's fallen out. You see?
Yeah.
Oh, I think what we'll do, it's actually quite tight up in there. We'll let it cool down because these exhausts are hot, eh?
Yeah, yeah.
Those headers did fit nicely.
Yeah, they
And you V-banded them.
Yeah.
Look good with the V-bands on, eh?
Yeah, no, they come up nice.
So you went that's 2 inch.
2 1/4.
Oh, that is 2 1/4.
Yeah.
Right, 2 1/4. That'd be nice. So you need a reso
Yeah, I'm going to put
here,
Yeah. I don't know if I can get them in there.
here,
Put them in the back here.
here.
Yeah, just here and here.
Reso's there.
Yep, I'll have to change bring this out slightly.
Yep,
That's right, that's easy to change.
yep.
Rather
And
than I thought it was there.
X pipe through there, so it actually balances it up properly.
Yep.
It's nice. You complaining up there, Jace? No. You complaining up there?
I'm waiting for instructions.
Oh, good. Just stay there and be quiet.
Yeah.
That is lovely, eh?
Yeah, it's quite good. It'll ride a lot better now, eh?
So you've got a bit of sorting, bit of tuning of the suspension.
Yeah.
And you're pretty well happy. It's all. You haven't had a wheel alignment, yet, have you?
No, not yet.
So in for a wheel alignment.
Yep, they'll set that up when I do
And
that.
set
But
it up.
Pinion landing, everything's right. It's all set up right now, but it's just better than not for the wheel alignment.
You're getting all those angles right. It's pretty important.
Yeah.
Especially on this one because you're all over the place and your drive shaft's a bit funny because you've got it so low.
Yeah.
Normally this would be sitting down here, wouldn't it?
Yep, correct.
It'd normally be hanging down.
Yep.
That little fuel filter mounts up in there just fine.
Yeah.
So it's pretty good, eh?
It's a nice, easy system, like, rather than returning from all the way from the front like the other one.
Yep.
Like my other ute.
And of course you've got the tank, the filter in the tanks. I mean the pumps in the tank just fine, eh?
Yep, yeah, with
So
the
fit it in.
filter on and everything. And
Little
the tank's
sock.
also, you can see the tank's cranked as well, so
Yep.
the fuel's running to it.
So-
And it's baffled. I split the tank in half and welded in baffles, so it's all baffled inside.
Because there was some welding to do in there, so you
Yeah.
had to weld it.
Yeah, yeah. So it's all been I slid it in from the top, so I didn't weld the bottom of the tank.
Yep.
I slit the top of the tank and then slit the plates down
Wow. Yep.
into it, and like created a box and then just welded the top side, so that less chance of leakage and rust.
So your other ute, of course, being 800 horsepower UZ turbo, and it's an extra cab as well.
Exactly the same.
Exactly the same.
Yep.
So everything looks the same externally.
Yeah, but underneath the front, that's got a 300 ZX rear end.
Oh, you put a 300Z.
Independent rear end on
You
it.
put an independent rear in that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Cool.
then it's running the 154.
Yes. Got the big box in it.
Yeah.
Big grundy clutch in it.
It's also been rebuilt with gearbox with
Yep.
rock cooler stuff on it.
Oh, yeah, good. That's important.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, nice. That's lovely. It's really nice to have a job that's come in, like cross members and stuff, all nicely finished. Everything's looking good. That we only have to do the little bits and pieces.
Yeah.
It's really looking good. Looks very, very smart in here, eh?
Yeah, I think it'll be good for the cert, like if everything's correct, you know.
Yep, a little bracket. All this, the time taken to do like all your brackets and stuff. Takes ages, eh?
Yeah.
All those little bits and pieces make a difference.
It almost takes as much time as the fab of the big stuff.
Yeah.
Just fiddling around with all the fidgety stuff. Because
Yeah.
you've got to work out where it all goes, eh?
And you use the same cooler that we use?
Yeah, well, that's what you suggested.
Yep, absolutely.
And it fitted well in there, easy.
Yep.
Tucked away nicely, it was a good spot for it.
Yep, cool, right.
I don't know about the trans cooler and the radiator, I might change that yet.
Oh, yep. Okay.
But that's how a lot of cars are, and they seem to run fine. So.
Yep. For normal driving, it's okay. Because you haven't got much room left, you know,
No.
out here, because you pulled that radiator so far forward.
Yeah, to give the engine the clearance it needed.
Yeah, right. Let's get it down. We'll adjust those brakes in the back.
Oh, we can't put that down.
No, we'll let it cool, and I'll have to find an R clip. We're lowering Jason. Jason's more of a wide body.
Yeah, we can't adjust anything because the pin fell out. Just as you lifted it up, it must have fallen out because it shifted back into park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you panel beated it all?
Yes. No, I got a tool to do one side of the tray. I did everything else.
Oh, so he did it.
One side of he panel beated one side of the tray. One of the guys up and he's a really good panel beater.
He taught you and you just copied?
No, I just took it in there because I ran out of time. I wanted to get it finished, and then it was just taking too long. So he said, "Nah." So then I did the other side.
Good. Because these are all stretched out.
Yeah, chopped and stretched. And
again, welded.
And the back. The back's been cut and welded in as well.
What we see so often, guys ask, how did you do this? How did you do that? We did it ourselves. We just made it. It's owner made. You just made everything.
Yeah.
Radiator hoses, everything. You just made it. All the brackets.
What's that thing?
That wiring actually suits going down the side of that in a guard, eh? It actually looks pretty good.
Yeah, I put it down there because I wanted to try and de-lum the engine bay as much as possible.
We get awesome. You need some of that stuff for your.
Yeah.
I've got a little bit of wraparound.
Yeah, just
self-wrap.
I've got some at home.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I even painted your brake booster.
Yep. I took that out and painted it.
So yeah, this one we blanked it off deliberately in an ugly way. So Mark will fix it. That's for the charcoal canister. He'll talk to his cert man and just confirm that he does need to fit one. But I would expect it to.
I'll get one. I'll just put it underneath in the guard down over here.
Yep. All right. Yeah, tuck it away.
Yeah.
Skyline one works well. Little tiny one.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Not that we can really see it. Oh, there we go. We bought a flange. See, there's a flange unit on the back of the transmission. There's the 3 bolt's gone, and it's got this 4-bolt flange. And this is a Surf or a Forerunner drive shaft, which has a slip joint in it. Have you greased this?
I can't get at that one. I've greased all the rears, but I can't get on that one with my grease gun.
We better get some grease in there.
I've greased that one, but I can't get at this one. I've greased this one, but I can't get at that one.
Oh, okay.
And there I've greased that one. That's been pumped for.
Because that should pump grease out here, eh?
Oh, should it? Oh, I probably need to pump more into it then. I only gave it about 7 or 8 pumps.
Yeah, no, it should pump some grease coming out of it, because it fills the slip up.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Fills the slipper.
So we'll need to do. Oh, we'll put some grease. I greased that one. I greased that one.
Good.
But I couldn't get onto that one.
I think I've got a pointy one that might do the job.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, because my one's got the big clip-on end.
Yeah, no, I got a pointy.
Okay, look around.
Jace has to try and remember how to do brakes. Yeah, that's getting there. Those are big tyres, man. Holy jeez.
285.
And you put cheap ones on because you expect to smoke them.
Yes.
Jason wants the video. Jason wants the video. Here come cows. We can make noise again. Cows are past. So we're setting up the shifter, and what it was doing is it was sort of holding forward. So when it was sitting into neutral, like it was trying to load itself into the front of the shroud. So we pulled it all the way back to there. There's an adjustment underneath. Jace cracked it off, and then you can see it sits in third, and he's checking underneath. There's no loading on the bar. And you see it sits in nicely. So that is how it should be. That should improve it greatly. That bolt's nice and tight now, Jace? They needed my little fingers to do put the pin in and the R clip in. Mr. Gorilla fingers down there. Couldn't do it.
Yep.
Tight, good. I'm happy. Diagnose that trans fault. Bring me down. Oh, move our ladder.
What's that?
Move the ladder and bring me down. Special workshop equipment. Ladders. So I can erase the diagnostic trouble code. Oh, it's straight back on. So when it's in drive, it goes straight back on. Right, it's a fairly hard fault now. It's quite good, so we should be able to check the resistance of those solenoids. I have to dig into the ECU. Ha! That was hard, wasn't it? It's right here. So you've got a cover, plastic cover or something for this, Mark? At some point?
I made it so that I'm going to put a rubber cover over it.
Oh, good. Yep.
Just holds the air pipe.
Yep.
So it just goes over the top.
Good. Yep. That's your turbocharged one?
Yeah.
Looks just like this one. It does, except it's got a bloody great huffer under it.
Yeah, I was just showing him the engine bay.
You can do it.
Easy.
I stood here.
You stood there. You do the holding the earth. So we're going to S1. We'll just double check to see we're getting good results. This isn't ideal probing it like this, so I'm going to get. I really need a little tiny probe to go on the other side. Can you just wiggle your earth, please? Thank you. It's still a bit wiggly in that. Can you just get a really good earth happening there? Thank you. 14. So I'm happy with that. That's a good one. This one. It's S2. Pretty close, eh? This is S3. That's pretty close. And that's S4. Nobody home. So now what I'm going to do is I go down to the shifter and see if it's in that loom.
Yeah.
Cool one. Thank you. If I get a probe like this, or do I get a little tiny split pin and go on the front? Little tiny split pin, and I'll put a jump wire and we run all the way down.
Sure.
Very good. Testing to the next section. This is why you test. You don't just run around randomly throwing shit at it, throwing parts at it. Because after continuity testing down there, we knew there was no continuity in that wire.
Yep.
The most likely places for breakage is at that end or that end. Yep. Turns out it's at that end. Jace was checking the top because he's more suited to fixing the top, and I looked at the bottom. I popped the loom out. There's a solenoid plug. There's our green red wire. That's where it's meant to be. No continuity. So we'll just pop this plug apart, crimp a terminal on it, put it back together. Mark will be on his way. Woo, yeah.
And I sort of worked out that the car was, when it was working out, and the car was too heavy for the slick, and the rim wasn't wide enough, so I got the big sway on.
What did I do with my pokey tool now?
No, hang on, I had that.
Did you have it? So in your pocket? I'm not reaching into your pocket to get it.
I may have put it down somewhere. Yeah, I put it down somewhere.
We probably won't have it just touching on the computer box. And we're going into the green red wire. Is it falling out? Oh, there it is. There's actually a little bit of resistance through my wire. There we go. Got continuity now.
Yep.
And then I'll just plug it in and we'll recheck the resistance of the solenoid. We're basically going backwards in our testing, so we still test everything the way, you know, we recheck continuity, we recheck resistance to prove that it's good, and then it will be right. Skype again.
I'll be in.
Just on a
We'll
good
be able
earth.
to drive this on the trailer. I don't need that taken anymore.
Woo! We got resistance to the solenoid. Solenoid's good.
Wiki wiki.
Let's plug it in and we should have no check codes. I can reset the check. I can reset the ECU while I'm at it, eh? Just I don't think I even need to check it. No check light. Repaired, put it in gear, no check light.
Can I do the plugs in it, Calvin?
Good idea.
Get plugs. Got plugs to put on.
We'll go get you some. Just go get plugs. Joyce, go get spark plugs. Yep.
That's the only thing I didn't do. I can do all the cam gasket that you've got for your gazing.
Yep. You can get that. Oh, you can get the back coil out too. Yep. And it's a good idea to do plugs after you've had it running, just in case you foul plugs.
Yeah.
You know, it was running a bit yucky with the airflow meter. Yep. Did you do the bearings in this idler? Right, good. There's a little bit.
Not that one. I couldn't get the bearing for that one. It's on its way.
Okay, you got one coming?
Yeah,
Good.
but I've done that. I did the other. I took them out.
You can push in a narrow bearing, a narrow one, and then
It's
you
a weird size, eh?
and then you put a spacer.
Alright, no, I've got one coming.
Good.
It's going to be here.
Yeah, because that's making some noise.
Lovely. I pulled the seals out of it and re-greased it just to
Put your finger on the end, you feel it.
Yeah, I know. I knew it. You know, before I put the belt on it.
Yeah. Right, good man. Look at that. Push it off the trailer, drive it back on. Oh, we're not going to go for a grade up the road. Oh, we just rip it to pieces, so not even going to try. We'll put that bottle back in it, put it on the trailer. You can start it in park and neutral, like it should. This is the official first drive. Just I've got blocks at the back, so you'll just careful rolling off, just because it's so low. Just there, you're jumping off there. Yep. Jason's watching the front. Careful.
Makes you really, really touchy on that accelerator, right?
Woo! That went successfully. Yes, it looks good. And you can go drive it now.
Yeah.
We haven't test driven it, so there is a risk. We are breaking one of our rules that we always test drive, but there is no way we can drive that up our road.
No.
So I'm trusting that it's going to be good.
I can figure out most things, you know.
Yeah, well, you have, as long as it's got a welder.
Yeah.
Those wiring things aren't really your
I
thing.
don't like wiring, mate.
But welding,
Everyone's thing for themselves, eh?
That's it.
Wiring just pisses me off.
I'm not a welder.
Yeah.
Anyway, good to see you.
Yeah, man. Same
Good
with you.
day,
Thanks a lot.
good
I really
day.
appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Take care.
Thanks, guys. We'll
Heal
see
up
you
well.
later.
Drive safe.
Yeah.
Careful driving out.
Let me know next week.
Yeah, mate. No problem.
Thanks, Jace.
No worries, bud.
See you.
I think he likes this colour, eh?
Grouse trailer. That's a very cool trailer, eh? Right, that's a wrap for the day. I'm going to go home and check my lambs. Might do some wiring, but I'm going to check my lambs because they're kind of cute. Got to keep them alive so I can eat them. Just driving on the trailer, he does skids. I think you find we might have given it too much throttle response. I'm not taking it out, I'm not changing it. It's good.